first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Let's go. It's good. I'm just tweeting out the links really quick. It's good, Hope. It's good, Khan, Sensei, Brian. What's good? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Tweeting everything out. Diana, if I pronounced that incorrectly, I'm sorry, but welcome to the stream. You guys can hear me good, right? I might need to turn the music down a little bit. What's good, Vicky? Give me like 2 seconds. I'm just tweeting everything out. Alright. Change some stuff with my stream settings, quality, and like things of that nature. So hopefully there's no issues. There is. We'll have to just figure it out as we go. But let's get into the charts. I'm gonna give people like 1 more minute to get in here. 1 or 2 more minutes. And then I'll get into the charts. It's alright, you said it right, no worries. Fire. Alright, cool. Oil's dumping. Yeah, I forget who it was, but someone was calling bullish oil. Someone that I like really, I don't want to name drop, but I'm not saying that, you know, it's an issue that they were wrong. I was just, I recall them saying that and that I wasn't agreeing. It looked 50-50 to me. Oil, that is. Like I saw it going either way. I remember because I had that weekly Sibi, but we had SMT at the monthly internal. But like that monthly candle's already closing below. This is going off the top of my head, so if that's wrong, then whatever. But I just remember being 50-50, long story short. Is Bitcoin pulling back too? I'll look at everything. I'm literally down to look at any asset class. I really don't care. I just don't trade crypto personally, but I'll look at it. I got my coffee. Yo, I have 2 cats. I have 2 cats and they're indoor cats. And I woke up this morning and they're just outside in the rain, like freaking out. I just saved them. They do not like water. They were tweaking out. Talking about it in the Discord. IRL to ERL. On oil or what? What what pair or asset or whatever were you talking about? Yo, Joel, what's up, bro? Yeah, well. Yeah, oil looked 50-50 to me. But yeah, you always want to submit to that monthly trend, that monthly order flow. If you just literally trade in alignment with the higher time frame order flow, it's so forgiving. It's literally so forgiving. Alright. I'm going to make one more post and then we'll get going. Just post it on Twitter. Alright, let's hop into the charts. I just want to change this song. I'm not liking anything today. Bro, I gotta fix my sleep schedule, bro. But yeah, this week has been kind of a dud. For those that were watching the other stream where I took NZD CAD, that thing ended up blasting off like I thought it would. I just got flat at a rollover because the rollover would have waked me out. That's something I'm still trying to figure out. All right, chart time. Here's crude oil. Just make sure you guys can see it. All right, we're good. Should be good. All right. Let's look at crude oil really quick. I saw a couple people calling bullish oil, and you know, I get moves wrong all the time. So I'm not saying that to like highlight them being wrong. I'm saying that just because I remember them saying that and I was in between about it. Hold on. I feel like that music is too loud. Alright. So if you look at the monthly, you know, this is a tricky order flow here. Based on how I define my order flow, this would be bullish monthly order flow, which sounds confusing, right? Because we're making these lower highs. But we created this chain steady delivery here and then respected that monthly for value gap and created a new one off of it. So to me, you know, that's bullish right now. That being said, this monthly candle seems to be disrespecting that monthly BISI. What I like to do is only transpose it to that current time frame, the fair value gaps, so they don't get in the way. But so we have that monthly BISI getting close below. Not only that, but we've, you know, created this weekly SIBI lower that we could respect. So I wasn't really ready to be bullish crude oil yet. And not to mention, you know, the daily is not in alignment with what I believe is bullish monthly order flow. It's kind of a tricky one, like I said. But for how I mechanically, you know, define order flow, that's bullish to me. So yeah, I wasn't ready to call, you know, longs on crude oil. So I just haven't been looking at it because it's a bit 50-50 to me. But it looks like this weekly SIBI's falling through, daily SIBI as well. These fair value gaps are showing the intention to head lower. So you look for this to seek liquidity. You know, we've already offered fair value on the weekly. At this point, you look for this to, you know, go take liquidity. And the fair value gaps are showing the intention of price at all times. So when price moves with speed, it creates these inefficiencies in price, and those tell you price's intention. I'm I'm dropping a whole video on ERL and IRA, like deep dive into why it happens, why it works, and I'll be posting that maybe within the next 2 weeks. And then I have a video I'm dropping on, I don't know if it's going to be on Friday or not, but this weekend for sure, on like the full trading plan. All right, let's look at dollar, because dollar has, like I said, bro, I don't know if you guys were in the last few streams, but dollar is just low probability right now, and it feels like anytime I look at dollar, I don't know what it's doing. So we have this order flow here, to me, is bearish monthly order flow. Again, we create this change state of delivery, and then we respect that and head lower, creating a new fair value gap lower on the monthly. So a new SIBI here that we're disrespecting. So in the past, you know, before this monthly candle was playing, I was looking for us to seek this liquidity. Since we failed to offer, or well, at least we failed to head lower from this fair value area. But right now, it's looking like a failure swing, and I just don't know what Dixie wants to do. Like, that's the reality. That's the truth. You know, anyone that tells you they know what price is doing at all times, that they have a 100% win rate, and you just run away from them because they're not being, you know, realistic with you. Odds are they're just trying to sell you something. So right now, to me, you know, dollar is 50-50. I still lean bearish, but it's just weird right now. Like, I want to see if this order block holds. But yeah, I really don't know. That's the truth. Like, I'm just waiting on dollar because I don't know. It's not clear to me at all, so I won't touch it until it feels obvious to me where this is going. I'm just not gonna mess with it. I gave the analogy last stream. You know, it's like somebody or your girlfriend being mad at you, right? And they're not treating you well. Give them time to just figure their stuff out, like in their head, you know, give them time to cool down. That's how I feel about Dixie when she acts like this, right? I just need to give her time to cool down and become obvious again. So I'm not touching that. I'm not really interested in majors. I don't know where Dixie's going, so I'm just gonna be taking a lot of L's on anything Dixie related. Let's look at indices. So again, this was a key premium array on the monthly, like I pointed out a couple streams ago, where I want to gauge how we react to this price level. So on the monthly, we have monthly bullish order flow. We just took external on the monthly. The weekly is now setting up to create this weekly fair value gap here. I still want to submit to that higher time frame order flow and trend. So we're sweeping that monthly premium array, that monthly buy side, but we very well can still head higher off of this weekly fair value gap, and that could be really nice for longs next week potentially. If we want to retest that, we'll have nice internal to external, and you'd literally just want to frame longs within that context the entire week. You know, obviously it's not always picture perfect like that. It's not always going to be obvious, and there's always, you know, wrenches that get thrown in or whatever, but that's the ideal scenario. So you'd wait for a 4-hour change state of delivery off this weekly level, and from there, you know, you're just longing the shit out of it the whole way until that weekly context is taken. So to me, this just looks like it's, you know, setting up for that weekly value gap, at least as of right now, how this candle's closing. Kind of just been consolidation, right? Which makes sense. You know, we're gonna get consolidation, these basing type candles, when it's setting up to retest. But again, you still want to submit to that higher time frame order flow. So I'm definitely not ready to call top on the markets yet. If we begin to, you know, do this change state of delivery from that monthly, you know, SIBI and whatnot, then it's a different story. Then I have to readjust. But right now, I'm not ready to call top. You know, you always want to submit to that higher time frame order flow, to the higher time frame trend. No reason to call tops. Let the market show you a top. You know, confirm a top. Let it confirm to you that it's just top. You don't call tops or bottoms. You're not gonna have a high win rate doing that. Just really hard to do. Same thing on NASDAQ. monthly bullish order flow, weekly bullish order flow. This candle's a lot stronger. NQ in general has just been stronger. But I want to see what happens with that weekly BISI. But yeah, still bullish indices. No reason to call a top here in my opinion. You know, submit to the higher time frame order flow and trend and let the market show its hand. If it's gonna top, let it confirm that. You don't need to catch the very top. It's not sustainable. YM's not even creating one. Wow. YM's been pretty weak. Still offered fair value, so you look for this to seek external liquidity. Where can we head higher off of from here? You know, I don't really see us drawing all the way down to that BISI on YM personally. We'll have to see what happens. It can happen, but I don't think that's very high probability. Likely we just, you know, create SMT when we head higher off the weekly on ES and do something like that, but that's just an educated guess. This looks like it wants the BISI here. Disrespecting that. That's swept. So yeah, we'll see. I'll be gauging, long story short, you know, I'll be gauging how we react from these weekly levels. So when we trade into these weekly BISIs, these weekly bullish for value gaps on ES, you know, YM, whatever, you want to see the 4 hour change state of delivery. So I'm going to drop into the 4 hour. Assume that that's, well, not assume, that is the weekly fair value gap. The 4 hour will be bullish heading into it. And then you're waiting, engaging the 4 hour as a compass. You're waiting to see if this 4 hour changes state of delivery and respects that weekly discount level. But from there, you want to long the shit out of this all the way towards that context. So at that point, it's a 4 hour buy model, and we have our weekly internal to external. That's the ideal scenario. If we trade into those levels on the weekly and we don't shift state of delivery on the 4 hour, then you know we're not ready to head higher yet. So that's how I'd approach that. Man, dollar's tweaking. Yeah, bro. I'm good on dollar. I'll keep my space for now. Got burned way too many times in the past trying to force things on dollar when it's not clear. This is setting up a weekly bullish for value gap. Obviously the week's not over, so I would readjust that later. You know, I'd wait for the candle to close, but just, you know, predicting it. AUD JPY, same thing. Like this a lot for longs next week potentially. What is yen looking like? Okay, yen still has that context for us to operate within. Oops. So I do still really like X JPY pairs, especially AJ next week with that context. Looks like a daily sell model to me. What is this? What is this? Right, price is showing its intention to head lower. Pretty clean structure. So yeah, I like AJ a lot. AJ longs. If yen is very weak like that, then anything X yen is going to be very bullish. You want to pair that weak yen with the strongest base currencies. AUD NZD traded into this monthly BISI. From here, personally, I would be waiting for a daily change in the state of delivery. So I need to see the daily respect this level and create new fair value gaps higher. So it's going to take some time to cook. Another 3 days or so, most likely. And from there, it could be nice monthly internal to external context. That's the ideal scenario. I'm going to remove that from the short list. Now that we've traded into that monthly BISI, I'm not interested in shorts here. You know, at this point, we can shift on the daily at any point start heading higher from this monthly BISI. So trading IRL, ERL, but nowadays I'm not getting that much nice setups, maybe sideways. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm seeing so many setups every week. If you're not in the free Discord, definitely join the Discord. I call a bunch of stuff out, things that I like. So maybe you're just not seeing them, or you just need a little more chart time. And I don't mean that disrespectfully at all. It's just the truth, I personally am seeing a lot of setups, especially on forex. This is how the market books. Fair value or liquidity. So there's always going to be something to trade when you have a filtering process like this. If indices are in consolidation and they're chopping, something else is moving. Gold, metals are moving. Like, look at metals, bro. I mean, before this pullback, this entire move up, you could be longing. Weekly internal to external. Metals have been crazy. Something's always moving. That's why I really like the filtering process, because when one asset class is in consolidation and being really yucky, then you can just go look at something else. You're filtering for one-sidedness. You're filtering for price that's expanding. So probably just need a little more like chart time with it, but you'll get it, bro. Definitely join the Discord. Yeah, once this changes state of delivery on the daily, I'll be looking at internal to external. I'll put that on the wait list because it needs more time to cook. I'm not really interested in shorting this anymore right now. This OB and fair value gap should hold here. I like that wick. So I want to see the daily head higher now. This is one of those weird ones where the monthly is extremely bearish, but then we're potentially shifting state of delivery here. Let me get rid of these. This just isn't doing much right now. Another yen pair, so I'm bullish because I'm extremely bearish on yen. XXX yen. Fair value, liquidity. I have to sneeze, hold on. Alright. I won't put you guys through that. I muted my mic. I'm a considerate gentleman. But yeah, yen pairs still have my interest. CHF yen. Somebody in my Discord asked me a question. I told him I'd answer, so I gotta look at that. New for value gap higher here would be nice. I like this for long. I'm gonna do the whole forecast on Sunday, but yeah, I don't see much right now. This looks gross, bro. Good on that. I'm good on that, bro. Bullish monthly order flow. Weekly order flow is bullish. No daily for value gaps, but oops, my cat hit my mic. What's up, buddy? Monthly, change the state of delivery here. Whether you use market structure shift or use ST. To me, this is shifting bullish potentially on the monthly, but the trend is extremely bearish still. Yeah, this has been really bullish. Damn. This weekly setting up for Hey, for value gap here, we'll have this overlapping area. Could be really nice for longs next week when that sets up. I was so bearish on pound and I didn't get involved in this. That's upsetting. Stop, kitty. Can you guys hear him? He's purring right next to the mic. Daily Sibby here, setting up. Bro, he's headbutting my mic. Alright, bro, you need to relax. What does your filtering process look like? So every Sunday, I do a weekly forecast where I filter price. So essentially all I'm doing is running through all these pairs that I have on my list here, and I'm filtering for internal and external draws and liquidity from the monthly, weekly, or daily. I do that every single Sunday on forecast. So definitely tune in on Sunday. I'll go through it, show you how I do that. Always dropping gems. Yes sir. Yes yes sir. I said yes sir. Can you guys hear my cat? Or is the mic cutting it out? He's going done. He's on 10 right now. Can you go through this question? Which question? I'm gonna answer I think his name's TG's question really quick in the Discord. TM, my fault. TM, not TG. Alright, he said I was looking at Euro NZD. I was looking at Euro NZD daily internal to external, but didn't take this because I thought that the ERL was taken before we came back to the 4-hour. Sibby, would you agree with this? Would it have been a valid trade? So this looks like it wants lower. I don't like how it's against current order flow on the monthly, so that alone I'm not a huge fan of, but definitely is bearish, obviously. This daily internal to external was definitely nice. You know, if you're not against trading against a monthly order flow, this is a good short. You know, it's valid. It should head lower. Like, obviously, in hindsight, it headed lower, but even seeing this, I would have thought that. So you said that the daily external was already taken. Yeah, so I personally need, you know, context from the daily, weekly, or monthly. So you're 100% correct how I would approach this. For me personally, that context has already went. You know, that external has already been taken. So that internal to external boundary that we create, that context is gone. So to short from this 4-hour Sibby, you know, you're not shorting any context from the monthly, weekly, or daily at this point. You know, your context that you're creating would be off the 4-hour. Holy thunder. Yo, did y'all hear that? Damn, that sounded like, yo, that scared the shit out of me. Your context is coming from the 4-hour. So for me, in my system, my rules, my context from internal to external needs to come from the daily, weekly, or monthly. So you're 100% correct. TM, for me, that would be an invalid short for my swing trading plan, at least. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. You were right to, if you're trying to trade the same way that I'm trading the swing trading plan, then yes, you were right to consider that invalid, because there's no daily, weekly, or monthly context that you're operating within. Yo, that thunder scared the fuck out of me. Got a good mic, it's canceling it out. Yeah, I have the settings on the mic, so it cancels out all the background noise and only picks up my voice directly into like the I don't know, it's called condenser or whatever. But there was crazy thunder. It's pouring where I'm at right now. My mic isn't even crazy. Like, I didn't get anything super crazy. I think it's called a 5-fine something, but I looked it up and it had really good reviews, and then I just set it up in OBS so that it cancels everything out. May I ask you, so let's assume fair value gap on the weekly, the lower time frame is, I'm so confused. I'm not gonna lie. Fair value gap on the weekly, the lower time frame is the 4-hour, and the monthly to weekly and daily to, yeah, that question is confusing me, bro. Which setup are you trading always? One or many setups? Well, I'm just always trading internal to external off the monthly, weekly, or daily. Mainly internal to external. I'll trade external to internal, but it needs to be in the direction of the monthly order flow. So if I'm trading external to internal, that would mean it's a stop hunt. It's a continuation stop hunt, like that. So I'll trade external to internal, but I only do it in the direction of the higher time frame order flow. Bro, I had 0.18% more to pass challenge. Now I'm at 1.8. Probably will pass tomorrow or next week. You're chilling, bro. Risk, 1%, 0.5% if you want, and then just dig yourself out. But 1.8 is light. I'm not gonna lie. You got that for sure. No doubt. Just keep doing exactly what you're doing. Manage the risk. Trade your setups. Numbers will play themselves out. Diana, can you rephrase that question? I'm honestly really confused by that. Are you asking about the time frame alignment? Yeah, it's storming right now for me. My cats were outside, scared for their lives. The easiest way to use the time frame alignment is, what I've sent or what I've showed in those YouTube videos. In my mmxm YouTube video, just screenshot that and use that time frame alignment. Time frame alignment for CSD. Yeah, so it's daily. All right, it's monthly. So if you have monthly internal to external or whatever, it's a daily mmxm, meaning you're looking for a change of state of delivery on the daily. If it's a weekly, you're looking for change of state of delivery on the 4-hour. If it's daily, you're looking for it on the 1-hour. If it's 4-hour, you're looking for it on the 15-minute. And if it's 1 hour, you're looking for it on the 5-minute. That's the time frame alignment. Talk about the filtering process, bro. I just did. Were you? I mean, not deeply, but I mean, literally all I'm doing. There's not really much to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. All I do is I use MWD every single Sunday. So I literally only look at MWD, monthly, weekly, daily, and I flip through all my pairs. I go through all the pairs and I sort or filter them by external and internal liquidity. So whatever has, clear one-sidedness, clear internal to external, whatever, a clear draw on liquidity, those are the ones that I'll look to trade. And then I just have these green, red, and then orange, the long, short, and wait list. If you flag, pairs, and then you favorite them, it'll put up this little icon right here, which is really useful. And that's literally all I do for filtering. GCAD just made straight breakaway gaps. For entry, which criteria are you? I just use mmxm, bro. I don't have like a set model. I don't really believe in that. I don't think that it's needed. mmxm is how price books. So like some people will say, do the 2022 model, right? Like what I'm showing you right here is the 2022 model, right? Stop run, market structure shift, retracement to a fair value gap, right? That's the 2022 model. But that's also just mmxm. So I just lost my train of thought. Oh, like I just don't believe in having like a set entry model. You know, mmxm allows the freedom to trade any stage within that concept. It's kind of hard to explain, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That part is kind of hard for me to explain. Like, this is the 2022 model, but the 2022 model is mmxm, you know? So I don't believe in like having a set entry or whatever. You know, I just trade market maker models, and I'll trade any stage, you know, low risk, stage 1 or stage 2, until that context that I create off the MWD is taken. Now, bro, how do you select the pair, for example, EuroCAD and GBP? Right, so I do that based on, you know, relative strength and what's cleaner. So if we're taking longs on EuroCAD and GBP-CAD, you want to trade the one that's relatively stronger at all times. You know, that's the easiest way to decide between the two. You could do that through SMT. You could do that through looking at the futures currencies. You know, you could do that through Euro GBP to see if well, obviously that's only for, wait, no, what am I saying, bro? I'm out here fumbling my words. You could do that through Euro GBP to see if Euro and GBP are weaker or stronger. So if Euro GBP is bearish right now, then you know that Euro is weaker. So then EuroCAD is likely relatively weaker because you want to have GBP CAD, which is the relatively stronger base currency, on your side. Sorry, I kind of didn't explain that good. I started fumbling my words. But long story short, you know, when you're comparing EuroCAD and GBP CAD, you want to trade the relatively stronger pair and the cleaner one. And that's how you come to the conclusion of which one to trade. So if you're shorting, relatively weaker of the two. If you're longing, relatively stronger of the two. And there's many ways you can get to that, you know, conclusion on relative strength or weakness. It's either you could look at Euro, GBP, you could look at the futures currencies, you could look at SMT. But let me look at these futures. Is there anything to do right now? And this oil structure is nice, but nothing. Oil is the only thing, you know, oil shorts are feeling pretty clear here. Look at that that's a beautiful reaction. S2 entry could be nice on oil. How are you tracking much more tickers? I can't do that fast. Yeah, bro, it's just chart time. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I spent so much time in these charts, bro. I just flip through it really fast. It's just habit, you know. It's like anything. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It takes a lot of time, but you definitely will get there as long as you keep doing it. But again, all I'm doing is flipping through MWD for internal and external moves. I'm just reading the fair value gaps, essentially. I'm reading the liquidity and the fair value gaps. That's all I'm doing. Because that's all price does. All price does is either seeks liquidity or offers fair value. So I don't really need to think about more than that. If that's all that price does, that's all I need to look for. Yo, what's up, Miguel? If we have a 4-hour breakaway gap, then we go one time frame lower. If we don't have a 1 hour, right? If you have a 4-hour bag, if you have a 4-hour bag, and you drop into the 1 hour, and there's no, you know, 1 hour fair value gap in that price leg, it makes it much more likely that we run into that 4 hour fair value gap. Versus when we have a 4 hour bag and you see that 1 hour fair value gap here, that's where you can drop in and look for longs off of that 1 hour fair value gap when you suspect the 4 hours of breakaway gap. But yeah, when there's no fair value gap in a price leg, it just makes it more I guess suspect to either get ran or traded to. So if we have a price leg without the fair value gap, you're saying this might get stop hunted pretty much. You know, a price leg with a fair value gap in it is much more likely to hold. It's a higher probability price leg. This, like, I was looking at this CBD or this BISI to get traded to. Just did it. NZD CAD, man. It's like a toxic girlfriend, bro. It's moving, but it just keeps frying me. And I get it right, I get the direction right every time. And then the rollovers just cook me. Yeah, this move was nice. So I'm coming up with the intraday futures trading model. I need to find the right frequency, but basically what I'd be doing is filtering through these futures pairs at the bottom. And I need to find a way to get the right frequency. I'm thinking operating within 4 hour context. So 4 hour internal or external as the minimum. So when I'm looking at forex, right, you guys see me talk about it all the time. I only use monthly, weekly, or daily, you know, context, internal to external, external to internal context for my draw. But for futures, what I'm thinking of doing to increase the frequency, since the smaller watch list, is dropping into the 4 hour and operating off of that. So I'm only going to trade in alignment with the higher time frame order flow, but I'm going to use 4 hour context to operate within, and then I'll, you know, trade off the 1 hour PD raise, 4 hour PD raise in that direction of the draw. So I'm going to be testing that and seeing what the frequency is like. If not, I'll have to tweak it more, because I really think frequency is important. Some people will disagree with that take. I think it's really important, especially for prop, when these prop firms have a lot of rules that make it much more favorable to be a higher frequency trader. You know, you're not going to do well. You can't be a swing trader trading futures prop, at least. There's like only one firm that allows it, and it's called the Diamond Hands one that I showed in the last stream. That's the only firm that allows you to swing. So you have to be able to kind of adjust to that if you're going to trade prop. So I really think frequency is important. Personally, you know, if you have a $10 million account and you wanted to take, you know, one trade a month and be profitable the year, do it. You know, that's fine. But 99% of people aren't going to be able to have that luxury. You know, that we need the frequency. I don't have $10 million to swing in an account right now, bro. Take one trade a month. Like, yes, you can be profitable trading like that with lower frequency, but please explain your entry model. It's just mmxm, bro. What were you doing before trading? When I was younger, in high school, I just did YouTube. I don't know if you were in the stream, but I showed my YouTube that I used to have. So I really just did that growing up. So I've always been in like the content type space, content creator type space. I was doing YouTube throughout high school, not trading. I didn't start trading until like 2020. But I've always been in like content creation and stuff like that. I just got really burnt out in high school and then stopped doing it. But I definitely have that passion again for it. This time around though, I'm being a lot more calculated about what I do with this YouTube channel. Like, I want to automate it. I don't want to burn myself out by editing all my content and then posting on every platform and repurposing it for shorts and doing all this stuff. Like, I'm gonna make sure that I automate it and get a team with me, because that's what burnt me out the last time. I don't know why I didn't automate it, honestly. I was just young and dumb. But yeah, that's pretty much all I was doing, bro. In the gym, you know, making YouTube videos, playing basketball. That's all I was doing before trading, really. I made music for fun. Did that for a little bit. But I've always been the type of person that needs to do something on their own terms. And I've never been able to really work for people. I don't know, man. It's not that I'm, you know, a bad worker, but it's just hard for me to feel fulfilled doing stuff like that. I need to do stuff on my own terms. That's just always how I've been. It's the type of person I've been. So pretty much like entrepreneur since I was young. For swing trades, you don't demand red folder news to enter a trade. Yeah, red folder news on the week is ideal, you know, because then you know that price is likely to expand that week. You know, when we demand it on the day, we're demanding it because we want to see the daily candle expand with that news. So having it on the week is just a good rule of thumb. So for me, yeah, I demand it on the week. I don't need it on the day, because I'm fine holding through chop and holding through whatever with a wide stop if it's a swing. But when you demand the red folder news on the week, it just makes sure that week is likely to move. It's the same thing with intraday trading, basically. You don't need it on the exact day, just on the week. Because really think about it, bro. Really think about it, right? When we're day trading, when we're being an intraday trader, we're trading these daily candles. We're trading the daily expansions. You know, we want to be trading on days that move like this. We don't want to be trading on days that move like this. And when we don't have news, price is much more likely to do this than it is this. So when you're day trading, like I said, you're trading these daily candles. So you want news on the day. When we're swing trading, we're trading these weekly candles. So we want to, you know, have news on the week to confirm that this weekly candle is going to expand. So that's pretty much the logic behind it. Dennis, what's up, bro? Did you take a trade this week? I took NZD CAD long. I took this and then rollover. I don't even want to talk about it. It just makes me sad. I flattened at rollover because I would have got wicked out. Because the rollover spreads on forex are like 30, 40, 50 pips. It's frustrating. You have to have a wide stop to hold through it. On NZD CAD, that daily candle can form a new for value gap. If we expand through that level, then I'll be looking at these highs. So if this body closes, you know, if we disrespect and run through this level right here, this buy side liquidity, then you'd be looking at the next premium array, which are these equal highs. So these equal highs look good to me. I feel like we're gonna target that. But yeah, if we do create a new fair value gap higher, I would look to target these equal highs. So again, whenever I look left, I don't use it as a trade. Like, I don't use it to trade off of. I use it as liquidity targets. That's really important to understand. I don't take trades off the left side of the chart. I'm always taking trades off this right side of the chart, this current order flow. So if we close above it, expand through it, look to target this next premium array. Daily for value gap in that direction would be nice. So yes, correct. I agree with you. Bro, they're no joke. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, bro. I'm still trying to figure it out. There's a couple things I'm still ironing out, but you know, still profiting and still feeling good. So just need to. Trading is literally just constant refinement. Even after you're making money, it's just constant refinement and keeping yourself dialed in. That's the beauty of it. That's the reason I love this. let's talk about the current situation of prop firms. This is the end of prop. All right, you want my opinion on it? I think prop has always had risk. You know, I think there's always going to be risk when you trade with prop. You have to jump through a lot of hoops, meaning a lot of these prop firms are going to have a lot of rules and hoops for you to jump through to get paid out, to get funded, etc., etc. But there still is a really good risk reward, meaning you might risk, for example, on a forex firm, you might risk $500 on an 100K evaluation. But if you have the skill set and can trade profitably, bro, that risk to reward, you know, you might lose if that $500 account gets seized or whatever, they would deny your payout. Like that's your bottom line risk. But if they pay out, if you're with a reputable firm, they pay out, you're a consistent trader, you can be making thousands on top of thousands on top of thousands. So the risk to reward is there for me personally. That being said, the future of the, you know, industry or whatever, especially in forex, I think a lot of more regulations are coming. Like I think that things are going to get more regulated, and I think that's a good thing. I think that it's gonna weed out a lot of the shit rug pullers, scammers, the ones that are, you know, avoiding payouts. Like there are straight up prop firms in forex right now that are just scamming. Like they're not paying out because they're not, the business model that they have set up isn't making money, so they're like on survival mode. I'm not, you know, justifying what they're doing, it's shitty, but basically what I'm saying is I think there's going to be more regulations that come into the prop space. I think that if anything, prop firms will put more like limitations on a trader's upside, because when they limit, for example, if I'm trading with a prop firm and they limit my upside and they limit the upside of profitable traders, they're limiting their downside as a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, so our upside is their downside. Their downside is our upside. So I could see more regulations coming. I could see more limitations to an extent. Like I saw that my funded forex or whatever announced like a 2% daily profit rule or something like that. Things like that I could see happening, because like I said, when they limit the trader's upside, they limit their downside as a business. That's pretty much my deep dive thoughts on everything. I still think the risk to reward is there. I still think that if you have the skill set, you know, you can make money anyway. So I'm still putting money into scaling prop, and then I'm rolling the payouts from those prop evaluations into a personal account, because at the end of the day, a big ass personal account that you can live off of will always be the goal. You know, once you have the skill set and you're consistently profitable, you literally just need a big account and you're good for life. The daily closure will form a small fair value gap we can keep. I mean, this one, yeah. This looks like a bag to me. That's why I didn't even mention it. This candle offered, you know, both sides of the market, and now we're offering buy side. So just based off these two candles alone, I don't see this getting traded back to. I could be wrong. Again, it's all probabilities, but I feel like that's going to continue to expand, especially if there's 4-hour for value gaps. Yeah, we've already traded into one. I feel like that goes higher, but we'll see. Could be wrong, just reading the candles. Can we expect a more reputable firm in the future like FCMO? I hope so. I don't really know. I mean, if more regulations come, like I said, if Forex gets even more regulated, then it's going to weed out all the scammers. So only the real, you know, profitable business models and legit prop firms will survive, which is a good thing. You know, if you have the skill set, that's a good thing. AUD CAD insight. This monthly order flow is shifting bullish. Weekly internal to external move was nice. This isn't terrible, actually. This liquidity up here should get targeted. Honestly, not not bad at all. I like it. This monthly order flow, you know, was bearish. Then we created this bullish for value gap. Now we're expanding higher off that. So I do think that this can head higher, continue higher. Already offered fair value here. So all of this price action is irrelevant to the weekly right now. This is how price offers fair value, right? This is another area of fair value on the daily. I don't know why it's glitching like that. I want to see a buy model form within that boundary, but this actually looks good, bro. Appreciate you pointing that out. Look at the precision, by the way. Like, come on, man. Look at the precision. That's the order block overlapping with the fair value gap, bro. That's actually crazy. The only thing I really don't like is we've already used it once, twice, 3 times. You know, I want to see, if I was to trade this, I'd probably wait for more confirmation. It'd still be a valid context from internal to external for me, but I'd want to wait. Like, I want to see a new fair value gap on the 4 hour. Yeah, time frame alignment wise, you know, I use the 1 hour, but in an example like this, I kind of just want to wait for more. Like, I want this to really show me that it wants to go higher from here, just because it took so long to expand off that BISI. But I do like it. Could be good. I would be watching it. Probably wait for a 4 hour for value gap just to have that extra confirmation though. Yeah, right here it took that external. So right here it took this external. Right there. Still looking at this ahead higher, but kind of a weird one. I agree. I get what you're saying. Usually when I like feel weird about stuff, I just skip it. But definitely a bit wonky. Can you review CAD JPY longs? Monthly bullish order flow. Weekly internal to external. For the weekly offered fair value, we look for it to seek liquidity. Not only that, but yen is extremely weak, so anything X yen is going to be bullish. Daily offers fair value here and then takes liquidity. Now it's just consolidating at those highs. So I would personally be waiting for how I trade. There's no context to operate within at this point. We've already swept the daily external there, so there's no context on the daily. The only context you could argue is this weekly internal to external. So we do actually have context. Let me take that back. But I would wait. Personally, I'm waiting for you know, I want to see us expand through this level. That could be good for next week though. I forgot there was weekly context. So like daily 4 hour for value gaps higher would be nice. But I want to see us expand through this level. Whoops. Thoughts on AJ? I talked about it before. I like AJ longs. I'm not interested in it right now though. because the weekly is setting up for this bullish for value gap, or at least it might be. There's no fair value gap in this leg, which makes it sus. I still think that this can trade into the weekly BISI, yeah. Are you in Ario's MMT? I mean, I am. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I was working for Ario for a little bit. So basically I was in MMT. So yes, I consider Ario a mentor. I'm still technically in MMT, but I haven't, you know, been in there in, you know, months now, but still very much give credit to him. You can see the you can definitely see the what's the word, influence he's had on my trading, for sure, no doubt. Him and ICT are my mentors, so yes, I'm in MMT, but I haven't been in there because I'm just focused on my trading. You know, I don't feel like I need to continue studying stuff at this point, so it's not a knock on him at all, but just more so where I'm at with my trading. I just don't feel like I need it. So I haven't been in there, but yes, I'm in there. If that makes sense. Why was that kind of a bar? Hey man, can you check on AUDCHF? I love how all my viewers are forex guys. I got all the forex heads on my side. I'll look at it though. Can you share some MMT gems? It's not really my place to do so. He puts out so much stuff though, bro. Anything on his free YouTube is good. But nah, I can't really leak stuff from his MMT. That's not what I would do. I'm not gonna lie though, pretty much everything that he teaches in there is on the free YouTube. So that's on you. You just gotta study the free YouTube. Pretty much teaches all the sauce on it. Which one? What? AUDCHF. I want to listen to my music, man. I miss my Spotify music. Can you check on AUDCF? Offered 1 hour for value gap out of the daily, but failed when Dixie moved higher. Dixie affects crosses, yeah, but not that significantly. I just don't like this because it's been 3 candles in this daily for value gap and we haven't expanded out of it. Yeah, this is just gross, bro. I wouldn't touch it personally. Start streaming on Kick. I don't know. I feel like streaming on YouTube is good though, because I'm really trying to grow my YouTube channel. So I feel like this is a good way of doing that. You know, I'm gonna have the weekly YouTube videos, and then I'm gonna be doing streams on here. So I feel like it's just a formula to grow, you know. Otherwise I would do Kick, but Ario trading style would be like he's teaching you, or would it be? Nah, what Ario teaches on YouTube is his trading style, bro. He's not holding anything back. I mean, I don't want to speak for him. You know, sure, there's more in his MMT paid stuff, but what I mean is how he trades on the YouTube is how he trades normal. He's not trading differently than what he teaches, you know. That's what I meant by that. Already audience growing, bro. I love it, bro. I agree. Audience is definitely growing. And man, I appreciate you guys always tuning in. You know, I'm gonna make sure to continue to help guide you guys and give you guys sauce completely free. But yeah, I'm gonna start dropping hella videos, 1 a week minimum. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for this intraday futures trading. I don't know why my PC does that. I'm sure you guys hear that little like beep. I don't know what that is. If you guys know, let me know. Usually it's like something in the USB, but didn't pull anything out. Ario is a day trader. Besides trading, what other business would you do? I think like real estate, Airbnb. Mainly just that. I just want to, I just want to trade and travel and own properties. Probably just those two. Because anything else, I'm just like forcing it. I don't know. Like my parents do Airbnb. They seem to like it. How do we feel about the NQ 4-hour volume imbalance? I don't even look at volume imbalances, bro. That beep, bro. What is that beep coming from? It's bothering me. NQ does not look like it wants to test the BISI. We'll see how this candle closes. You know, we still have 2 more days. If this expands, then maybe we just breakaway gap. But you'd want to see fair value gaps in the price legs below that, like we just talked about. But yeah, I'm still long biased on indices. I just don't feel like I know what my criteria is for day trading yet. For futures, at least. You know, I know exactly how I'm trading forex, and I love it for the swings, but I'm trying to find the right frequency with my futures trading. Like I want to be trading, you know, maybe 4 times a week in that frequency range. So I need to find the right criteria. I'm still figuring it out. How do you trade intraday and forex? Which time frames do you trade specifically? So intraday, I enter off the 5-minute and the 15-minute. And when I was intraday trading forex, I was basically doing the same thing where I'd filter for internal and external. So like if we look at AJ, we create this weekly for value gap, we'd have internal to external. Then intraday throughout that week, I'd be operating, you know, off the 4-hour and 1-hour PD arrays, and then entering on the 1-hour and entering on the 15-minute and 5-minute. So you're just entering off a lower time frame essentially. Everything's in context of, you know, the time frames above it. I don't trade intraday forex. I only swing forex now. I used to trade intraday forex, and I was profitable doing it. You know, it's fine. It's more of a headache to me. I like swinging, but I'm gonna intraday trade futures. Yeah, that's like the only downside to swing trading, bro. I'm gonna figure out a solution to that. I mean, at this point, like the only solution I've really thought of is, you know, let me give an example. Say we enter here, boom, we get tagged in, and rollovers in like 4 hours or 3 hours. The only solution I've really found is, you know, when you enter and this expands, then you can leave that original stop because it has room from rollover. But if we just head lower or consolidate, I usually will just flatten, because at this point, you know, the rollover is just gonna hit my stop. I'm still trying to figure it out, because I wouldn't want to open my stop up for rollover. Then you're just opening yourself up to a bunch of risk. Like that's stupid, in my opinion, at least. You're not managing risk at that point. You're opening yourself up to any type of loss if you pull your stop at rollover. I'm a forex trader. I'm facing difficulties to trade in futures. Can you share tips to trade in futures? I'm trading like your style, brother. Yeah, I'm still tweaking things to figure out futures as well. You need to operate off lower context, because there's not, like, what I do is a filtering process from MWD, but with futures contracts, there's not that many to work with. So look at this forex list and then look at this list for futures. There's much less on there, so the frequency becomes an issue for futures, which is why I'm still, kind of figuring out how I want to find the right frequency. Because if I just do MWD filtering on futures, sure, I'm gonna trade, but it's gonna be very low frequency. It might be one a week, if that. So I'll have to get back to you on it. I'm still figuring it out myself. But what I want is this is my whole filtering process. And what I want is to be able to do this same filtering process on futures and be able to trade them intraday. So what I'm thinking is operating off of 4 hour as the minimum. So on forex, I do daily, weekly, monthly. But on futures, I think implementing the 4 hour could help with the frequency, and then trading based on that draw and liquidity. So it'd be 4 hour daily, weekly, monthly ERL, IRL, and then 1 hour, 4 hour PD array, 5 minute, 15 minute entries for futures. That's what I'm thinking. I do some other business aside and trade, but for me, like, I don't do much. I want more and don't know what to do. I try and scale that business or try something new. Yeah, bro, I don't know how old you are, but if you're young, you don't have family and whatnot, just pick things up and try them out. See what sticks. See what's fulfilling. That's pretty much what I did until I found trading. I've always liked YouTube. I liked music. I started getting really serious about trading, and then the rest is history, bro. You just have to pick things up and try them and see what sticks. Everyone's very scared to like fail or be judged for trying things. You're gonna fail a lot, and then you're gonna find what works. Entering exotics late in the PM session is kind of risky still. Yeah, if you don't have a wide ass stop, for sure. I agree. I feel like this same song is played like 5 times. I'm changing it. If I get hit with a copyright, I'm gonna be tight. Alright. The other options for intraday futures is not doing a filtering process. Just only looking at one pair, ES or NQ, like one ticker, and then operating like that. But I feel like I want something that implements the whole filtering process that I do into it, which is why I'm still figuring it out. Silver still has that high. They might just literally be engineering. Some liquidity up there. Head higher off this weekly for value up here on silver. That could be nice for internal to external move next week. Could be really nice. We have this overlapping high within that for value gap. This will be an area of mitigation. With that for value area, this could be nice. So what you do when we create that weekly for value gap is wait for the 4 hour. Like I said, to change state of delivery, and then from there you can operate within that boundary, like I always say. Once we get this 4 hour for value gap out next week, that's when you long the shit out of this every single day. So if you're an intraday trader, all these 4 hour and 1 hour for value gaps you could trade off of on the 5 minute and enter off those on the 5 minute in this direction. But if you're a swing trader like me with forex, like I would trade silver intraday because it's a future. But if I was entering a swing like forex, I would just enter off the 1 hour or 4 hour and literally just put my stop below that low, target 2 hour. Just two different ways of approaching things. So we'll see if silver sets that up next week. That could be nice. This is a pretty strong pullback though. There's no fair value gap here on gold. So we'll see. Crude oil looks pretty clear though. So again, like intraday, this could set up for an intraday trade. So we have, you know, our context lower. Create a 4 hour for value gap here, you know, we can trade off this intraday on the 5 minute or 15 minute. So this is the type of blend I want to have with futures in forex, day trading and swing trading. So I think like a 4 hour ERL IRL context minimum could be really nice. The only other option would be, you know, dropping to the 1 minute on futures for frequency wise, but I don't think that 1 minute's needed. I'd rather not. I feel like the 5 minutes is more than enough. I think when it comes to swinging, setups don't present themselves often, so risking a little more won't hurt if frequency is low. Yeah, I risk 2% on evals, but I mean, me personally, for the forex swings, the frequency's been there. Like I'm taking like 2 to 3, 2 to 4 swings a week. Today I've only taken 1, but the frequency's been there for me on forex. So I just want to make sure that the frequency's there for the futures trading intraday. I have some ADV doubt. If price is creating third candle for value gap on 4 hour, already 2 hours complete, and we have a 1 hour. Hold on, this is confusing me. We have a 1 hour for value gap. Can we take the trade from? I would wait. Depends on what the 4 hour is doing. The 4 hour might set up to retest that. It's kind of confusing to explain, man. If you're anticipating, you know, heading higher off the 1 hour for value gap, I would factor in the 4 hour for value gap into the stop loss. So you just need to make sure that the stop loss is covering that 4 hour for value gap if you're gonna enter off the 1 hour. So you kind of want to like factor in worst case scenario where we might retest that 4 hour for value gap. So with that, if you enter off the 1 hour, cover the 4 hour for value gap with the stop loss, you should be good. Bro, there's just nothing to do right now. Just chilling. I don't see anything on forex either. Did this get taken? Nope. I tried shorting it up here. I just never got in. I was traveling, forgot to get in. Daily Sibby. We might literally just head lower off this. We'll see what happens. Yeah, kind of a snooze fest this week for me. I'm gonna make sure I have the futures day trading plan dialed in for next week, so I know exactly what I'm doing. GJ longs could be nice if this candle closes below and actually retests. There's no fair value gap in this price leg, so I could definitely see this potentially, you know. What level is this? 199.091. 199.091. Did I do that right? Bruh. There. Alright, now I have an alert set in case I wants to trade there next week. See how clear this is though? See how we're aligned with the monthly order flow? With the higher time frame? You know, not only is this extremely strong, but we have the higher time frame on our side. We have extremely weak yen, so it's a yen pair. X yen should be bullish. And then we'll have potential daily for value gap retest. It might literally just breakaway gap because of how strong this pair's been, but I like these longs a lot. This is high probability for sure. So that'll be on watch. There's no fair value gap in this price leg, so it wouldn't surprise me if it does that eventually. This even could set up for tomorrow, and I'll swing it over the weekend. Yeah, it's been really strong, bro. So it's just straight breakaway gaps. Why don't you use 2 high probability leg entries on swings? Because the lower you go, if I explained this on the other stream, but if you go lower, that's when you need those 2 high probability legs. That's when you need more confirmation. So you need the order flow to get confirmed. But if you don't go as low, that is when you can just trade the low risk phase. You know, you can trade the change in state of delivery. So let me find an example. Actually, I'll just draw it. All right. Say this is a 1 hour for value gap. This is the logic behind why sometimes you would want to use 2 legs in the entry and other times you won't. This is a 1 hour for value gap. This is the 5 minute that I'm drawing up here. So this is a 5 minute time frame. 5 minutes bearish, trading into that 1 hour for value gap. This is bearish order flow on the 5 minute. Trade in. We trade out. This is our change in state of delivery. But because we're on the 5 minute, which is farther from the 1 hour, we want more confirmation. Meaning we want to see this order flow get confirmed before we get involved on the 5 minute. So in this example, using a 5 minute entry from the 1 hour, we're, you know, pretty far away from the PD ray. So you'd want to wait for this order flow to get confirmed. And now here is where you take your entry. Target 2R. So you're essentially waiting for stage 1 or stage 2 of mmxm off the 5 minute. But in this same scenario where the 1 hour for value gaps there, if I'm on the 15 minute, which is right next to the 1 hour, I don't need as much confirmation. So the 15 minute will be bearish, trading into it. And then we get our change in state of delivery out of that 1 hour for value gap, and I can take this long. I don't need as much confirmation on the 15 minute. You know, a 15 minute change in state of delivery is more significant, so I can long that and target 2R. And then of course you can trade the stage 1 and stage 2 as well. But this would just be the minimum. So it's like demanding minimums out of price. You know, if you're on the 5 minute, your minimum is a stage 1 or stage 2 entry from the 1 hour for value gap. If you're on the 15 minute, your minimum is just a change of state of delivery. It's a low risk entry out of the 1 hour for value gap. That's the logic behind it. You know, the lower you go, the more confirmation you need. But that was a bad example because I literally showed it wrong. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be confusing, but I just did that. I just realized I did that wrong. So this should have been for a 4 hour PD ray. My fault. I'm tired, guys. So 5 minute S1, S2 for a 4. I'm just gonna write it up here. So you guys will not be confused at all. This logic is from Ario. I want to give credit where it's due. This logic is from Ario. So essentially, you're trading stages of mmxm. If it's a 1 hour PD rate and you're entering off the 1 minute, you're pretty far away from the 1 hour, right? So you need more confirmation from price. ST, low risk buy, change of state of delivery, all the same stuff. So you can say ST here. That's your intraday. This is what you'd use for intraday entries. The lower you go, the more confirmation you need. So in ST, on market structure shift, change in state of delivery, all the same thing. But yeah, there's not much for me to do right now, honestly. I'm just chilling. If you guys want to ask some more questions, we can do that, and then I'll probably wrap it up. So this weekly is likely a breakaway gap. So this daily BISI could be good for longs. If we're expecting that weekly not to get retraded to, then I don't need to worry about it right now. I don't know why I just deleted that before. I usually wait for a huge displacement and enter on the for value gap. Yeah, bro. That's all you need to do for change of state of delivery. Just wait for displacement in, displacement out. The ST model from Mario. You're just letting the for value gap show the intention. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, external and internal to me is my favorite concept. It just makes drawing liquidity so easy. But yeah, I'll be posting a video this weekend. Stay tuned for that. I'm just waiting for the editor to send me it back. Elaborate on your risk management on challenge and evo. All right, so literally all I do for forex on evaluations, because keep in mind I'm swing trading, so on evaluations there is 2% per trade idea. On funded, there is 1% per trade idea. So the approach to risk management for prop is asking yourself, how many losses do I want? And by that I mean, you want to ask yourself, based on your win rate, based on your losing streaks, based on your trading in general, how many losses do you want to give yourself? So if we have a 200k forex evaluation with 10% drawdown, you need to ask yourself, how many losses of that drawdown do you want to give yourself? So how many losses in a row can you consecutively take? How aggressive do you want to be? How conservative do you want to be? These are all things that I can't really tell you. It's personal. Like, it depends on your trading, depends on how often you take losers, go on losing streaks, how big are your losing streaks, etc., etc. If you never are going to lose 10 losses in a row, then 1% risk per trade idea will give you that 10 losses. And you should be chilling. And you just trade. But for me, like, swing trading, I'm sure I mean, maybe it'll happen eventually. I'm sure it's possible that I could take 5 losses in a row. But the way that I trade is super high probability with the higher time frame and swinging. So for me, like, I'm literally taking 2% risk, gives myself 5 losses on evals, and it's very unlikely that I take 5 losses in a row for how I'm trading. So that's why I do that. And then on the eval or on the funded, that's when I dial it back. I give myself 10 losses just to be extra safe. I'm already probably never gonna take that, or it's very unlikely that I'll take the 5 losses. But on funded, I just dial it back even a little bit more just to be extra safe. So that's my approach right now. Everything you explained is in the ultimate mmxm guide video. Exactly. Yep. Everything's in that video. Yeah, just watch that video for real. That has everything that you need. I'll send a link right here. Hold on. Everything is in this video. I dropped straight sauce in this video. How price books, why it does what it does, how market maker models work, how to approach them. Literally straight sauce on that video. Like, that's everything that I do is within that video pretty much. And then I have a whole video going through the entire trading plan that's coming out this weekend. So literally within my first 3 YouTube videos, I'm giving you guys damn near everything that you need. I'm literally going to show you everything that I do for free. Yeah, like the stream. If you guys could do that, that'd be amazing. Like the stream, and definitely stay tuned for those videos, man. I saw your video and your entry approach is easy than others explain. That's the goal, man. Keep it simple. Check on Bitcoin. Interesting, we're not heading higher off that daily BISI. It looks like it's setting up. So what this tells me, when we're not heading higher off this daily for value gap, I looked at the weekly. I said, all right, based on this wick, based on this potential candle closure, we may be setting up for a weekly for value gap retest here. So again, we still always want to submit to that higher time frame order flow and trend. So Bitcoin could have really nice weekly internal to external context potentially. Obviously, just potentially. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on how the week closes. It depends on if we expand higher off this BISI here, which it looks like we're not. But we do have this order block here that we can respect now. So really depends on how this candle closes. But we do have this weekly bullish for a value gap here. So I'd be wanting to gauge if this becomes a breakaway gap or if it sets up for a retest. But still very bullish on Bitcoin. Monthly internal to external move. So for value, liquidity. This week I took some trades using your guidelines from that video. That's awesome. I want to, really define the intraday futures trading plan. Just tuned in, missed an hour. Please tell me it's recorded. Yeah, it'll be recorded. You'll be able to watch the whole stream in the live section on my YouTube. It'll be the live category. I was waiting on the 1 hour for the fair value gap out since we tapped it daily. Yeah, I don't think that was a bad idea initially, but at this point, you need to see some real intention to head higher. We can definitely respect this order block. Fair value gap overlapping, but nothing to do right now on it. Mind going through AJ? I talked about AJ like 3 times, but I know you said you weren't in the stream, so I completely get it. You're chilling. AJ monthly weekly order flow is bullish, so higher time frame order flow very bullish. The weekly, as of right now, looks like it's setting up for this weekly bullish for value gap retest. So if that is the case, I want to see, on the daily, are there any fair value gaps in this price leg? There is. So let's see if we, continue higher here. If we don't, and we kind of just consolidate, then it may be setting up for this weekly If that's the case, we have nice weekly internal to external context. If not, and the weekly becomes a breakaway gap, this candle looks like it could be, essentially. We'll have to see. I don't know yet. But if that is the case and we just create new daily for value gaps later, I would need that to operate within. So I need context from the daily or weekly, but definitely bullish. And we just kind of want to gauge what happens on the weekly. Does this become a breakaway gap, or does this become a retest of the for value gap? Right now, it's 4 hour. Order flow's bearish. I feel like this has lower than we set up for the weekly fair value gap, but that's just my guess. Premium to discount to premium, but I don't even need to think about it. I never really think about it at all when I'm trading. AJ with the weekly for value gap, if we create, we go lower to 4 hour. So for my swings, what I would do for a swing is wait for the 4 hour to shift state delivery. So for value gap in, for value gap out, Ario's ST model. When we get the ST, this will create a 4 hour fair value gap, and if I'm swinging, I'll enter there and risk the protected low and just target 2R within that context higher. But if you're intraday trading and you want to trade this intraday on the 5-minute or 15-minute, once we trade into this 4 hour for value gap that I said would get created, that's when you would drop into the 5-minute or 15-minute and trade in that direction. So that's how those are the two ways you would approach it. So essentially you're using the 4 hour for value gap as a PD array for the 5-minute and 15-minute entry, or you're just entering off the 4 hour and risking that low. Bro's basically asleep in the low fives and helping. Yeah, my sleep schedule has been cooked and I didn't sleep good last night, so I'm kind of sleepy today. It was like really hot. I gotta change my air, like my AC stuff or whatever in the house. It's pretty hot last night. Something was not working. Didn't sleep good. Yeah, the lo-fi isn't helping. That's facts. I need like some absolute like gangster rap so I can wake up. Just straight drill music or like metal. GBP CHF looks okay for tomorrow. Yeah, what is the news tomorrow? I think it was, if I remember off the top of my head, it was USD and pound. Yeah, this isn't bad. I'll add it to the long list. If this trades into the daily BISI tomorrow, could be fire. And then hopefully news sends it. Created a 4 hour Sibi here, so we want to see this. I mean, that thing is mini, bro. I don't like being weird and having to I don't like having to adjust the axis. Look at how much I have to adjust the axis to see this. So I don't like for value gaps like this personally, but I want to see that respect. Ideally, and then we set up for tomorrow. I'm just saying what I would hope happens. Right, I want to see this set up for a daily BISI tomorrow. It could be nice, I agree. I like it. There's a channel called NCS, their dance music. Is it all like non-copyrighted stuff? This music, I don't know. I just want to listen to some rap or something. Let me look up non-copyright rap. I like melodic R&B. I like rap. I looked up non-cop. I'm gonna get copyrighted, bro. I don't know if I want to F around and find out. A lot of these videos will say like non-copyright, and then they'll just be straight copyright strikes.
What's up, everybody? Tim McDonald here with Image Art Studio. Just wanted to drop a quick note to let everyone know that
I hate that song. That song literally plays nonstop. We'll see how these form. I'm going to, put GN and GCHF at the top for now, for tomorrow. See how these daily fair value gaps form. AJ, I'm pretty much waiting until next week. There's nothing here for me to really operate off of. We'll see if this holds or not. AUD, same thing. I'm yawning this shit, bro. It's just sloppy, but I feel like it should head higher. I like this. Next week could be really nice. A lot of these are on watch. Bro, indices, there's nothing for me to do. On the daily, if we disrespect the fair value gap and close above a bullish one, you'd have to show me an example. I'm kind of confused. What is it like mentally living or trading in this kind of week comes where you take no trades? It's just part of the game, man. You just, like I talked about in the last stream, have to think about the numbers playing out. Like there's gonna be weeks where you take one trade and it's a loser. There's gonna be a week where you take 4 trades and they all smack or winners. Like the market goes through these cycles where it's not the cleanest, but that's the reason I really like the filtering process, like I talked about earlier, is because, you know, usually one of these asset classes is going to be moving. You know, they're not usually, from, you know, my experience, my chart time, they're not all just in consolidation at the same time. But yeah, you just get used to it. Unless one of these things sets up tomorrow and I swing through the weekend, I probably won't be taking anything else this week. Like maybe I'll take that if it sets up perfectly tomorrow. This is probably going to be a breakaway gap. Might not be able to take that. And then the rest of these, I'm kind of just waiting. So I probably won't take anything else this week. We'll see tomorrow if those top 2 set up. This AUD cat isn't bad, but it's just kind of wonky. Like I'd rather trade something else. It doesn't feel that high probability. Like it's good, but I don't know. I don't like the daily. 1, 2, 3. And we swept that buy side like we talked about, so I still feel like this should be an internal to external move here, but silver could be nice next week. So when we have a futures pair like this with that weekly internal to external, you'd want to be, you know, longing that the whole week intraday off 4-hour, 1-hour PD race. Thank you. Appreciate what you do for the community. God bless you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. AUD, NZD, same thing we talked about. I want to see this respect. Hopefully the daily will now shift state of delivery from that monthly level, and that could be nice for longs, but it's going to take time to cook. So this is going to be, you know, sitting on my wait list for a little bit. CAD yen again. I like this for longs, but I want to see new expansion. So I'd rather just wait for rally gaps. GCAD is just straight expanding. That must have had SMT or something. AJ. Not much. Yeah, there's really nothing to do right now. No trades for me. We'll see if those set up tomorrow. There's nothing here though. So if I wasn't on live stream, I would literally just go about my day. You know, I already have alerts set. I think I have my alerts set up both of these. That one's set. This one I didn't fix. Alright, so that's all I would do, literally. A lot of times I just do it from my phone and then wait for the alerts to go off. But we'll see if this becomes a breakaway gap. If it does, that's unfortunate. It might. It very well might. Just all price has been doing lately is making bags. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. There's not much else for me to do. I've already answered a bunch of questions. So if you guys haven't joined the free Discord, make sure you join that. I'm always in there answering questions, you know, talking about whatever. Make sure you hop in that. I didn't send it as a link properly. Hold on. There we go. Second one. Make sure you guys hop in. I'm going to be posting a new video sometime this weekend on the full trading plans and stuff. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your days, good rest of the week. See if anything sets up tomorrow on Friday, but probably, you know, done for the week with one trade for me. We'll see though. I'll update you guys on the Discord. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, everyone. Peace out.